Let's pull up their deck lists. Super Thanks. Control Tribunal. Boom's Life. Control Tribunal. Alright. Let me look at Super Thanks'. Super Thanks has 7 hard removal. How many prophecies? 3 harpies, 3 jabs, 2 cloud rest, 3 golden initiate. That's about it for prophecies, I think. On the other side, we have 3 harpies on Boom's Life, 3 golden initiates, 3 lightning bolts, 3 jabs, and 9 hard removal. Also 3 ice storms too. Super Thanks is 1. Let's keep those in mind and start watching. All right. So Super Thanks sees the Gillen. You still need to fight for field, so you still take this high field. Emperor's Blade field. You have Cloud Rest, you even have Cloud Rest Execute, but generally you want to use them separately because you destroy 2 creatures instead of 1 for free. Because Cloud Rest nets you a free kill, but Cloud Rest Execute is just faster because it destroys a creature outright and lets your creatures go face instead. But generally, especially in these matchups, it's better if you take the Cloud Rest, trade, and then play more creatures. Also, I have no idea why Boom's Life bumped that. I mean, that you kind of just have the Fervor there, but Boom's Life having this Shadowfin is going to be nuts. Yeah, exactly, Shannara. Yeah, we're not supposed to see Boom's cards. We're watching from Super Thanks' perspective. So here, I think this is a pretty clear Cloud Rest Illusionist and trade. I don't see why it would be anything else. It's probably going to get Ice Stormed, but it's better than playing Alfiq, trading, and then getting Ice Stormed and having a 3-1, I suppose, because then you have less resources as well. Because you lose your Emperor's Blade and your Alfiq. Yeah, that's supposed to be the case, Panda Town. We're not doing Caster Vision. We're not doing both sides. We're just focusing on Super Thanks. Wait, okay, so he wants the 4 face damage more than he wants this Execute. I think that's interesting. He really wants to be all the face. Which, yes, he is the aggressor in this matchup. Well, he does draw a second Execute, which makes the first one worth much less. So this second Execute is not something he wanted to see. Yeah, Super definitely does have to go under. It's a trade-off he actively chose to take. So basically he took Execute as a lightning bolt to the face. Doing it at 26 is feels bad. Has the second Execute, so looks like feels that bad that you can't also play Doomfang Ally, but Execute Shadowfin. Okay, no, he doesn't go for the 5 face this time, which I'm kind of surprised by. Maybe he wants the Shadowfin trade and then Doomfang Ally, if that's the case. Never mind. So in this scenario, you actually don't have to. You can start going Shadow. There's not much Tribunal. If Tribunal is the one on the defense, it's not like much loss for you to go Shadow because they don't have that much unguarded creatures for trading, but it's also not much upside because most of their defense is guards and interaction. But I thought it was interesting he chose to neither Shadowfin the guard nor Shadowfin ally double trade. But he did hit a prophecy. Does not feel great. Hey, C-Bro. So, regarding this, Booms' Tribunal is pretty much teched precisely for this matchup. Not like Tribunal Mirror specifically, but like against the mid-rangey Tribunal. And, because he knew that Frenzy would probably have it, and then Super had one similar too, so he got hit by collateral damage. We're going over some Master Series games from Super Thanks' perspective in this matchup. So I think you actually negate the Shadow one because that's where you're going to be pushing in the future. It's one less damage and the Pilfer's great. Oh gosh. So there might be a world where you actually discard Skin Hound so you can because you don't actually no. I think Execute is, I mean, I guess you can execute like a Barrel Stock or something, right? The summon effect of Skin Hound isn't really gonna be good. You could do it and then give the Spider Worker guard, but not sure what comes after that. I mean, sure, but this execute isn't great either. I would probably just not even execute. I'm surprised he goes field here. I'd be pretty inclined to go shadow and then give the guard to the Spider Worker. I mean, yeah, but like you just if they have, you're gonna have to go shadow. You can't just play around downs forever. You kind of have to just make it come out and then keep going. Because the things that die is just this 3 mana card, which has actually more answers than Dawn's Wrath, like a Firebolt or Negation. Oh. Interesting. I mean, we kind of wish he played better Murok targets. So, Super Thanks loses this game, the way I see it. This is really, really hard to win. I don't see how you win from here. He's gonna need, like, some serious draws, and for Boom's entire hand to be garbage. I mean, there was definitely things he could have done differently. It just wouldn't have mattered. Moose? How many moose does Super have? 3? Probably 3, right? Yeah, 3 moose. Okay. I can see that. Oops. Because you have to break the other one if you did the first one. Jesus Christ. You sure? You don't need to give him cards, right? Well, the thing about Encano is you want, if you can, you would rather play like 8 mana, build up like 8 attack, and then Encano to the face next turn, if you're trying to set up push. It's like 12 damage over 10, over 2 turns. Yeah, this is a sad game to watch. I think the turns like 5 to 8 were the only ones where there was really any decisions to be had. Thought it was interesting. He took different lines than I would have, but can't really judge what's correct when it doesn't matter. I mean, that's not always the case, but like it mattered so little. This game was so over that I don't even want to go over it. Yeah, let's not. But I mostly meant the plays, not just the game. By the way, Super looks cool. Let me pull up Super's deck over here on the other screen. What is Super playing? Hlaalu? Is that Dominion? That's Dominion. Oh, there's no Hlaalu. Okay, 2 moves and opening hand, very interesting. Mulligan away Darkfire. I'm actually kind of surprised he goes for that Ring Bruma. I feel like the Ring Charge is almost more valuable here. If he wants to curve out, I would feel much more inclined to play the Crown Quartermaster. Okay, so here he probably just wants to drag any larger contestants to the shadow lane, such as this Daggerfall Mage. I think you have to save the Ring Charge. Like, the fact that you have 2 moves is pretty much means you need your 3rd Ring Charge, and that's also a main reason I would have probably preferred saving the Crown Quartermaster. Okay. I don't know what that 2 mana Crocodile is. Is that the one that draws a card on consume? Okay, you might have to fervor. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, and then you just pass. Yeah. This has to be Fervor double trade into Moose next turn. Probably gets removed by Edict or something. Preferably Edict over Shadowfin. The Shadowfin is much worse than Edict for Super. Okay, doesn't have it. That's really good for him. Probably like one of the easiest moves I've ever seen. Oh, wait a second. Still has to be moose? I think, yeah. Yeah, because you can tome the warded Daggerfall, which is ridiculous. The Elfique top deck does make things interesting, but he was probably gonna break your runes. He knows you have 3 moves. I think there's a chance. I think it's a consideration. Like, he was gonna break your runes. You know he is. He's like, there. I see 3 moves. I don't want to deal with that. That's how I lose the game. So I'm not gonna let all of them draw 2. Because he did that last game too. So if he was gonna do the last game, I think he does that this game. That's pretty much how I judge that. That said, there's a world where you say, I'm fine with drawing less from this moose. I just want the tempo. And that's why I mostly think it's very uncertain. So you never trade with the Daggerfall, so that's, well, not with the moose at least. Might be a universe you gavel the Harpy, but I don't think so. Second moose? Yeah, I think this point it's Elfique plus 1 drop. Also, I think that the 1 drop is the 2/2. I don't think it matters. Wait, no, you have 7 damage? Yeah, no, it's Crown Quartermaster. Okay, no, actually, I forgot you had a dagger. That's actually not bad. Yeah. No, I forgot he still had a dagger left over. That's actually pretty good. So this feels kind of bad because this tome is pretty good, but it's not too bad because of, that's 4 mana out of 8. I mean, he could have just went Field and Shadow. Because he doesn't care about that 1 card. What was that? Channeled Storm? Okay. Well, this Golden Initiate's gonna hurt. Just keep draining for 2 every turn. So at this point, it's Oathman Moose, Shadow, maybe Moose Field. No, he can tome the Daggerfall again, so it has to be Moose Shadow. But if you Moose Shadow, he tomes the 3/3. I guess you're okay with that, because he's at 9 mana. This feels risky. The 1 drop has to go Shadow, so he breaks your rune when he drains for 3. Who cares about 8 damage from him? I mean, he can't, like, just not now. Oh yeah, it is. That's true. I actually forgot about the 3 Dance Rats. So yeah, it does have to go Field then. Playing against 3 Dance Rats is pretty fucked up. Because nobody ever runs 3 Dance. It sucks. It fucking sucks. This turn's pretty awkward as well. You can't deal with the field lane effectively at all. It might even be like Temple Conjurer Field, Dagger on the Conjurer, and then Gambler like one of your 1 drops. But that plays into Ice Storm, so you don't I mean, I guess if he Ice Tombs, you still get the drain, but god, nothing feels good. Maybe you just play 1-drop over Gambler, yeah. Maybe both 1-drops. One in each lane. No, you can't go one in each lane, that sucks. So Temple Conjure, Dagger, 1-drop, Shadow? Ice Storm can clear. Oh, but then he can tome the fucking Initiate and drain for 5 too. Oh, I don't know, man. Everything sucks. This is so depressing. Having to play around 3 Ice Storm, 3 Dons, 9 hard removal. Without cultists. Like, the solution is just to play an aggro tech with cultists, really. Against this. That's why, that's like, that and like, mana efficiency is like the reason this kind of tribunal isn't good, but it's very well targeted into these matchups. Tome. Not Tome. Not Ice Storm either. Oh, wait, he has clear. I didn't even notice. So about this golden initiate that came down on turn 6, it's still alive. Yeah. But you don't, it's really hard for you to match tempo with this. This Razumdar is nice. You play that, right? Can't even go field because of tone, Jesus. Sucks. Firebolt. Not cards you were looking for. Well, there's the Dawn's Wrath. Finally got it. It's not even good anymore. What is Spoon's Life doing? Oh, you finally have an answer to that stupid thing? Okay. Then, like, Firebolt Oathman, maybe? Oathman would have to go Shadow. Incarno Field. Plays into Ice Storm, I guess. I guess you're okay with, I think you're okay with Ice Storm in that scenario. You think so? I mean, I feel like you still want to contest a bit just so you don't get raced, don't you? Is it, how much reach does he? He has 3 bolts. He might actually be able to race you. You know, I totally forgot that if Dominion Oathman is double triggered, it also drains from its summon effect because it's never played as a Dominion Oathman. It's always played as an Assassin Oathman. Also, I think I would play the 1-drop, right? What's your next turn? 12 mana. You can play 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Your whole hand? Is that the second storm or first? I would have felt inclined to keep the Conjurer. Snowy Sabercat. Well, it's Firebolt and Temple Conjurer. I could too, but I think Firebolt 1-drop isn't bad there. I think I would feel inclined to Daggerfall Field and then Snowy Sabercat Shadow. Because you want... Yes, he just hard removes it, but at least it limits his options next turn, right? Now this is fine. I mean, it was, but I guess that mana efficiency did end up mattering. I was thinking that the 1 mana didn't matter, wouldn't matter in the future, so you want the card that's does something different, can do something different later. But yeah, so if this if the cat was shadowed, he wouldn't be able to Odin here. Yeah, I also think that Crown Quartermaster over Bruma, I don't know if it would have mattered, but I wouldn't have done it. God, this fucking Dominion deck has so much draw in it. I mean, the Bruma, you only had a 1 and 2 in hand and 2 moves, clunking up your own curve, and the Bruma doesn't even offer you much damage. Like, your deck is pretty slow. Did he just... Oh my god. Something specific? A 4 health creature? What is that, Shannara? Okay, but you didn't have a 3-drop yet, so you would just ring out the Bruma, which would be about the same. Like, you would end up using the ring charge for your Bruma anyway. So you'd have the top deck a 3-drop. He needs to play a 3 health creature, and you need to not like ring out the Bruma at this point in time. Okay, well that's still like a 20% chance. But like, it's also that he, combined with him needing to play a 3 health creature, and like, you just ran out the Broom instead. That's not even much worse than you playing a 3-drop. If he passes... Okay, but you save 2 ring charges. You save 1 ring charge. 1? Hold on. Let me think about this. Yeah, but you had 2 moose in hand. Your cards were Crown Quartermaster, Bruma, Moose, Moose. You can't just ring out your curve when your hand has two cards you can't play. You're in top deck mode. Yeah, I know, but like your moose took one of your draws. It's not about turning your moose alive. It's about having cards in your hand that you have access to. You want to play with a 4-card turn 1 than a 3-card turn 1. Like, you have to draw into your curve. And the more ring charges you have, the less likely you are to have an awkward curve. Okay, but you're okay with it if he executes your Crown Quartermaster. Right? Don't you have a lot of things that dice execute in your deck? Whatever. Alright, let's go back a bit, because I missed 7 turns. Wait, why can't I go back? There we go. Alright, so we're here. Okay, but like, if he has negation or firebolt, he has to use it on a Crown Quartermaster instead of a Bruma. You could also Crown Quartermaster Shadow in case he had a Wardcraft. Well, this turn is awkward. Oh, that feels real bad. This is just... Wait, where did the Apex Wolf come from? Did he play Mudcrab this game? So yeah. Oh, Matron. Okay. Thank God for no prophecy. Okay, okay. So, you know Dawn's Wrath is next turn, which probably makes you cry because you might have to play cards in front of a 4/5 Luzra. A theoretical 4/5 Luzra. I mean, unless Booms takes this Ice Storm. Ice Storm would let you hit face for 10, go field as well. Maybe 13, if you like it. Oh, okay, you're probably happy to see this Ice Storm. You're probably happy to see that. I would be happy to see that. So it's just Trader, Conjurer, Field Trader, Shadow. Well, technically you want to keep your single target after your area of effect, but you don't run out of cards, so I don't know. It might not apply here. Oh, he had multiple storms. Wow, this Dimensional Link, never mind. You're also happy to see that's a negation and not a firebolt. Does he run firebolts? I haven't seen him play a firebolt. He does. He has 3 of those. You can keep lane splitting. This is really annoying for Tribunal to deal with. Very nice. What did you draw? Ancano. There's a chance you have to actually kill this Emperor's Blade. There's also a chance you just play like Seda, Pawnbroker, Oathman Shadow. Like Seda on itself. Yeah, it's likely you just ban Tribunal, but... So I think, yeah. So you want to keep this, you can keep splitting what he has to deal with. More than you want the 2 face damage. I agree with that. That's fine. Dreamer, Pawnbroker. No. Dreamer, Shadow, Pawnbroker, Oathman, Field. I would be inclined to do. Wait, no, hold on. The Oathman needs a blue trigger. Fuck. Okay, yeah, this is good. Well, you don't need to go all in every turn. You want to just stick to 2 like a turn, but Oathman needs him to play more, and then Dreamer needs more as well, so... Yeah, I think this is what I will do as well. Oh, so your play was everything but Pawnbroker and Gambler over Pawnbroker? Seems weaker to Storm. Is it? Maybe. I mean, I guess Pawnbroker dying over Gambler dying is weaker. I think it's a big deal. This has to be a win for... Okay, never mind. There was a Fireball, right. So this is not over. The Amulet is actually a very nice draw here. So Amulet, trade, face for 5, close call the Pawnbroker. Well, I wouldn't say a very good draw because it's a 1 mana card on turn 11, but it's very effective in the current board state, is how I would put it. Nice. Oh, that's nice too. I mean, it's still a 1 mana card. Alright, now you just win. Yeah, Tribunal just can't deal with this. I mean, there's a way, but it takes cards that would be very hard for Boon's Life to have after playing 2 Ice Storms. Dons is not a bad start, especially for 7 and not 8 mana. That Fireball is not a good continuation. I guess it's not technically over, but Assassin does have a lot of reach. Like that, for example. So, summary of that game. Very annoying to deal with, actually. You're just having to play around all 3 downs, 3 storms. The main questions are like, the most critical decisions I think are around here, like turns. Wait, what the fuck? I'm moving. Oh my god, okay. Surround turns 4 to 8. And then after that, the game does a lot of it for you. Alright. Let's go to the next game. Particularly difficult. It's kind of forced, I think. You kind of have to just hold back your cards and just play around Storm and Donsrath at the same time. And then slowly chip his health down, because with your leftovers as he plays shitty removal. That's pretty much how you have to deal with Tribuna if you have in this particular circumstance. You want to play like 2 to 3 cards. Make it awkward to remove. I'm glad. It's supposed to get destroyed. It's a shit deck. Although, to be fair, there weren't too many decks to punish it. Like, what's this? Karakon's Crusader? Tholdir's Empire, Witta's decks, Witta's Sorcerer, I guess. I don't remember what else he played, if they were aggro. I think he had like some really slow decks, so maybe excluded those, but I think Dagoth beats it in most cases. You missed 1 damage and you're 1 off lethal. You lost this game? Darkfire is a little monk ass. What do you mean, Matt's brother? Has to be Daggerfall every time? God, the deck is so bad. That's like week 1. It's like what me and Frenzy had on week 1 of the qualifiers. Scimitar Harpy, that's alright. Saving the Silence. Hey man, it's a one-of. You can't play. The thing about one-ofs is that they're effective because your opponent can't like reasonably play around them without it being worse for them than less than worse. So Dagger on Daggerfall, face for 5, Sharpshooter to 2/3, and then trade. And then double Oathman next turn. This doesn't feel great. Well, Harpy was pretty good in that situation. Maybe, but I won't say that this is wrong. Oh. Wait. You top deck the Tree Minder, play that. Oh, nice amulet. So that's the double Oathman though. Both Shadow probably? Or both Field, one or the other. Yeah, Boom's Life stack doesn't have like cradles and shit either. So this is fine. Doesn't really have much to punish lane stacking except for Skavens. How many Skavens does he even have? Let me see. What the heck is this, Ebonheart? Hello, Legnum79. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so he does still have 3 Skavens though. Wow, this hand sucks. Probably... You probably have to just play all the creatures, right? Oh yeah, you did. You could have played the amulet before. I think there's a chance the ward goes on the 4-3. Uncertain. Guess it's not lethal. It's a strike if that's the case. If he removes the rest. Catch? Oh my god, wait, you're actually gonna get punished for the one-off lethal. Oh my god. No. Ugh. This feels so bad. This feels so bad. Yeah, I would be devastated too. I too would be tremendously devastated. Like... I would be so tilted at this exact point in time. Like, it's just... God. Just this suspense where you're going through your opponent's turns and your draws and you're just praying you don't get punished for it. And your opponent has to take his whole turn time because it's rough for them too. Wait, what's this now? What's behind this here Necromancer? Skinned Hound. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is my favorite part of Test Legends, everyone. Oh my god. Oh boy, this pawnbroker. Oh boy. Hello, Wu Squad. Oh boy. Oh. Never mind, this sucks. Wait. Yeah, that has to go Shadow. In theory? Or maybe... I don't know. Wait. Why is Booms stressing out over there? Does he not have the clear? Super should just stare at Boom's life's face for this, Kappa. Just be like, is he crying? Yes. Yes. I think probably the crown. Because you have to play the pawnbroker first. And you want the pawnbroker field, I think. Oh, did they? I see. I wasn't serious though. I was kidding. Oh god, this is so stressful. Alright, you know, let's take a look at Boom's hand just to make this faster. Oh my god. Wait, what happened here? Oh my, yeah, wait. So you chose not to ornamented sword? I think the 2 drain is actually worth giving you 1 card, right? With Gambit in hand? Wait. That Cliff Racer top deck was PogChamp. Alright. I'd be so happy to see that as Super. You sit there and you question. Crown Quartermaster Shadow is probably what I instinctively see with this hand. You kind of have to just take a Shadow. Rewarded. A second Shadow Shift. You have the dagger if it's like this. Okay, so next turn is let's what's that thing called? Manic Jack. Ring. Mutation, that's what it's called. All the Shadow Shift. I think it's still Manic Jack. Mutation. Maybe Field. You can trade on the Shadow Shift Field. I mean, maybe Shadow. And then you can even... I don't know, but... I think you have to do it. I guess rolling guard or charge would be terrible. I mean, not terrible, because you can face for 4. I guess you can go Field because of that, right? You can just Shadow Shift twice. I imagine Prophecy was a large reason he did not dagger early. Maybe Shadow Shift dagger trade if he cares about this drain a lot. Ring Cultist maybe, Sharpshooter, and then he can Cultist Gambler together, which is actually a very good turn 5. Probably one of the best possible turn 5s he has available. He's getting... Okay, so now you just go all Field. Then race. You take this race. Okay, well... Yeah, you still do it. You still do it. For sure, I think. Never mind. This is like the same stat line, but you don't have Cultist on board. I guess he didn't have anything he wanted to discard, but I don't know. I don't like Scimitar to trade in with the Sharpshooter. I like double 3s. I just like double 3s Field. Maybe discard Shadow Shift. Or if you're scared of the tier, then play Gambler Shadow. But I think double 3s there is so strong. That's Skaven's good for you. Now you can Shadow Shift the Elfique. And then play like Hand of Dagoth. Okay, never mind. Does Boom's Lives have like Ice Storm or something? Oh my god, that's gross. Yeah, I would have Shadow Shifted Elfique. So I think you want to race. Yeah, that Cloud Rest was pretty monk ass. Yeah, Cultist should be on the board right now. Yeah, I think you just didn't give enough priority to your 3s. I don't think Elfique was good there. Also, that Prophecy was disgusting. Yeah. I think you definitely Cultist Gambler over Elfique that turn. You can go Gambler Shadow and then discard the Shadow Shift if you want. Yeah, you just discard the Shadow Shift and then play a Shadow. Like, that just has so little ways for him to deal with. He can't deal with that at all. Pretty much no decks have a good answer for a play like that. No, I don't. I would never do that. You never really want to scimitar for an even trade. I mean, I get that, but was that the turn he prophesied? I think that was no, he prophesied the turn after that. But like, if you have, like, you would have prophesied the Cloud Rest, but you would have turned off like half his hand. Alright, so like, let's see. Let's go back. Okay, his deck has 17 actions. It's 5 Phalanx, Guildsworn Oathman, Iron, Javelin. Oh, his turn 5? Let's see. Alright. So he plays Tear Shadow. Right? And then yes. Okay. Yes, he is. He's committing to the race. But he gets in for 5. You trade in with the Gambler, and you have Cultist on board now. You drew your cards with Gambler, so you don't have to worry about that dead card in your hand. Like, Gambler's never gonna be playable again for you, basically, because it doesn't have a charge. The slower the game goes, the better Gambler is for you if you don't play it. But the game is too fast for Gamblers to be good playable later, so you want to play to draw the cards when you can, or just to play it as a 3-mana 4/3 when you can, because it's 3-mana 4/3 do nothing is slow when you're racing. Well, you played a 6-mana 3/4 and 5/3 over a 6-mana 3/4 and 4/3 that also gives you Cultist text. Okay, well, that also gets you Cultist on the board, so I agree that would be better, but I really don't like just having to play Shadow Shift Scimitar in a situation like this. It feels really bad because you never really want to play Scimitar for a trade that you don't win. Like, you don't want to have a naked 3 on the board and give him time to answer your, say, Cultist, because you want to flood your board first and then trade. You never really want to trade and then have 1 creature on board. You always want to have a bunch of creatures, trade. So the 3 steps would be play a bunch of creatures, trade, and then play more creatures in a 3-step process. And I don't know. I feel like Cultist Gambler is just so strong. It's so strong. Yeah, but you don't need to. Okay. Like, if you cultist field Gambler Shadow, what does he ever do? How does he ever win from there? Like, what? Like, we don't see his hand. We don't see his hand. How does he win from there? You're at 23. You have to take the damage now while you play your developed. You're an aggressive deck, so most of your creatures are better when you're not defending with them. So that means, what that means is that you don't want to play them while you're on the back foot. So you take the 5 now and go wide, and then you let him do chip damage while you win the board. Even if you're afraid of prophecies in that case, you can just go less face. You can even cultist shadow and have the scimitar if you really need it. Like, if you take 5 at 23 and then win the board, that's incredible. But I would, you still want cultist. I think you want to protect cultist, so I would cultist field still. And like you've got next turn, you can say Ulfik, right? If you Ulfik, while his actions are expensive, or hand a Dagoth while his actions are expensive, you make everything else stronger because the Hand of Dagoth is basically only weak to Javelin in his deck. Let me see. Cloudrest Execute. What do you think he does with Skaven Daggerfall Mage? I think it has to be double field, right? He can't let that cultist live. Well, like, okay, so if you want to talk from his perspective, or do you mean from his perspective, or do you mean from neutral, like if you don't, from your perspective where you don't know his hand and you're assuming he has Skaven Daggerfall? Yes, you would want the ward on Daggerfall in that scenario because your board is now strong and he's scared of it. Okay, so you have 2/2 and a 3/4. He Skavens 2/2 3/3, and then Daggerfall Mages. You can play Ulfik after you trade in the 3/3 into the Skaven. Then I guess you don't face for 2. Or you can even Scimitar the 2/2, have a 4/2, and then play Hand of Dagoth. You'll have a Daggerfall Mage in front of a 4/2, a 3/3, and a Hand of Dagoth. No, I think it has to be the Ulfik play. Yeah. Wait, let me see his deck. Okay, so he has 3 Rapid Shot, 3 Assaults, 3 Skavens, 3 Cradle Crush. Yeah, so you would have to... No, that would be bad against Cradle. No. Okay, so what you would do is you would Ulfik and face for 5. Or not face. You would Ulfik and then not trade to play around Cradle Crush. In that scenario, I guess you want to say you only lose the Prophecy and then not go face. And then from there, he would have to trade. Maybe Tome the Skaven. Lose Field Lane. You play hand at Dagoth, Scimitar, whatever you draw, etc. You would face for 5, so okay, so you would face for 5, he would Prophecy Cloud Rest, and then he would have, well, you would face for 2, he would Prophecy Cloud Rest, and then you would have your Cultist. So then at that point you might, no, you would still have to go face. So if you go face with Cultist first, no, that would still suck. Alright, hold on, let me check what you would have drawn with the Gambler. Wait. Alright. Battle Mace. Manic Jack Sharpshooter. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. So you would have won the game. No, hold on. We need to go back more. Wait. Let me see. Okay, so alright, so from here, hold on, I'm gonna alright, so I'm gonna record you guys' next draws, okay? So let's see. And then we're gonna go off of that. Like, I think this is a race you're supposed to win. But, anyways. Okay, so I've recorded the draws, all right? Let's go back. All right, so here you play Cultist, Gambler, and then he has Daggerfall, Skaven. So you've got a 2/2 and a 3/3, and you're at 18. You draw your Battle Mace. So you have Battle Mace now. Your Gambler triggers, you have Candlehearth, Manic Jack. Also, you drew a card from your turn, and you would have Sharpshooter. So, you're probably still just Ulfik. Face for 5, he draws Rage. He double trades with a Tome because he has to, unless he Javelins. No, he can't because he has 6 mana and Javelin is 7 mana. So he would have drawn Mace, Battle Mace from the rune from the tier, Candlehearth from his turn, and the Manic Jack and Sharpshooter from Gambler. So you could also play, for example, Scimitar Sharpshooter, which would let you scimitar your cultist to a 5/3 after trading with the Skaven, and then cult shadow sharpshooter, and then trade. So you have a dead sharpshooter, but a new one. Generally speaking, I think you would still play Ulfik. So you would play the Ulfik that turn, and then he would draw his rage from the rune you break, because you go face for 5, and then he top decks Cloud Rest on his turn. He has Cloud Rest execute, but 6 mana. He would have to get through your Ulfik, so he plays Cloud Rest, double trades, and then passes. So now you have a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 5/3 in front of a Cloud Rest, a 2/3, and a Daggerfall Mage. In this scenario, you have Battle Mace, Candle Hearth, Manic Jack. You also now have Ancano, which you wouldn't be able to play. You would have 7 mana. You also have your Hand of Dagoth, Scimitar, etc. So you can trade into the Skaven, I suppose. Hi Spliff Bob, welcome to the stream. So if you trade into Skaven with what do you trade into it with? I suppose you can trade into it with, I mean, you don't want to get Cultist below 3 health, right? Although I guess at this point Cradle Crush or something is fine. So if you play no. I guess the trades are awkward. Yeah, but they also have a Cloud Rest. I guess you can trade in with the 5/3. But there's also a Warded Daggerfall. So, okay. So let me pull out my special. Alright, are you guys ready for this? Alright, here we go. We're gonna use this chart. So Super has 18 health. Wait, why can't I edit it? Runes 3. Cards 1, 2. He has to go face for 5. He literally has no choice but to. He has to say, you know, you get this 1 card, fuck it, but I eventually need to kill you. Hold on. So you drew, actually here. 1 sec. So your hand is Scimitar, Battle Mace, Manic Jack, Manic Mutation, Hand of Dagoth, let's see, Sharpshooter, and then Ancano. Okay, so we're going by turn 6 then? Okay. So we can actually skip these. Alright, so we can ignore that. You have 6 Magicka. His opponent here has Rage, Javelin, Execute, Skaven, Daggerfall. let me move these over. Alright, so here's the board state. He's at, let's see, 27 health. Okay, so you still have Alfiq. Right, so here he plays Skaven, right? Daggerfall. So this becomes a 2/2. The fuck? Why is it turning it into fucking date? This piece of shh. How do I turn this off? Fucker. Anyways. So here we have this scenario. Right, so you can't really trade these in. So you just play Alfiq. So these are your draws. Okay, so you already had hands. So you had Alfiq, Scimitar hand. You draw this off the top. Manic Jack, Sharpshooter, and Kano. You play Alfiq. Okay. Right, so you play this, and then you go face for 5. He draws Rage. Alright, so then you've got this, and this hand. And then he top decks Cloud Rest. Top decks Cloud Rest. He has 7 mana. Alright, so from here, he plays Cloud Rest. I mean, he has enough mana for Chav. But it has to be Cloud Rest. Wait, hold on, no. If he wants, you can actually play Cloud Rest Execute at this point. Right? It is his 7 mana turn next, right? Let me see. No, he actually has 6 mana, I lied. Okay. Wait, no, hold on. No, yeah, he does have 7 mana. Because his Skaven Daggerfall was a 6 mana turn. So, he has 7 mana. He can Cloud Rest Execute, or Cloud Rest Double Trade. And then he can still execute your 2/2 Skaven. I think that's what happens. Right? Or your 2/2 Sharpshooter. I think so. Or he could even Cloud Rest Execute your Cultist Double Trade. I think that's bad. You're left with a 3/3 and a 5/3 versus, well, a 2/2. Yeah, I think he wants to be 3 creatures versus 2. So he'll Cloud Rest, Double Trade, and then execute your 2/2. Well, maybe he won't, but I think that's the ideal play for him. So this would be dead because you would have traded the Gambler in on turn 6 when you played the Alfiq. So this would be dead. This would be dead. We don't need to worry about Shadow. So here you have this dead and this dead. These are healthy, and now he has a Cloud Rest. 4/3. So you would have played this. That's it. Okay, so now you have this hand, this board, versus this. So what do you do? What do you do from here, Super? You have 7 mana. Is there a dark mode for Excel? Why did this move? Go back. Wait, it didn't move. I'll move this. Oh my god. Happy? How do you do your trades? Flame Atro into Skaven? 2 breakthrough? Always? Does it? I suppose. Let me check what other draws he has after that. Oh, the game ended. So we can't actually check, but Econo is his exact next card. So it's not a prophecy. We know this much. Okay, so you trade this in. He goes down to 22. You're trolling me. Just tell me what you'll do, Super. That's all I want from you. We're going over Super Thanks versus Boom's Life's games. And I'm saying he should have Cultist Gambler on turn 5 instead of Ulfik. And he's saying he should have played Shadowshift Scimitar Cultist, which I don't like. How would I see that? All right. Anyways, from here, I think this is much more winnable than the alternative scenario anyway. So we can stop here, but I'm gonna drag this away. Anyways, let's talk about the other games real quick. Okay, game 1 was disgusting. Let's not talk about that. It was just disgusting. So this was basically maybe saving the ring charges was one of the what I'm mostly questioning. Beyond that, I don't think there was, well, aside from that, it was pretty depressing once we got to this point. There might have been situations that could have gone differently, but just the fact that he had to play around 3 Ice Storms, 3 Downs makes this extremely awkward in general, along with the Daggerfalls. Yo, I was annoyed with the Cloud Rest Prophecy. What is BWW? What is the vlog? Wait, is it actually... You have the recording of it? Yo, first rune prophecies are just fucking disgusting, especially ones that matter. Alright, so yeah, this game was really long. Overall, okay, so this cat could have been Shadow. Yeah, also I probably would have played this one drop over the Temple Conjurer last turn. So that's something. But I don't think it would have mattered because they would both die to Odahviing if you had them available. So it didn't actually end up being bad, so I'm not going to say that was a misplay. Alright, so this game here is the one we were just going over. Wait, so what was the... Wait, what was... Wait, that's only 4 games. Wait, no, this is a... Wait, is this... Oh, wait, what class is this? Is this Dominion? Wait, so this... No, okay, so this is the game he was winning with Dagoth. Okay. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. That's... Okay, so this was actually a game Super just managed very cleanly. He just made sure he played around the stuff by maintaining the 2 to 3 sticky cards a turn to make it awkward to remove, especially mana efficiently and card efficiently. This part was well done by Super in general. It's easy to mess these up once, you know, you start to overlook things once you play for a while. Okay, so this game was just Ebonheart being crap and then him almost getting punished for missing 1 damage, but didn't because of a Cliff Racer top deck. Very nice, but you know, could have been just that little bit cleaner. Overall, an okay game. Became much more clutch than it had to be. Alright, so that's gonna be the series. I'm gonna